Hi students, welcome to DS Economics channel. Today we are going to discuss January 2024 Kerala State Eligibility Test Economics Previous Year question. This is your part number 3. In this part we are going to discuss from question number 81 to 120 question. So those who come for the first time, please subscribe to this channel, and those who do not watch the previous videos till now, they can watch in the playlist. So let's start today's session. Here question number 81, accession and region based question. Accession is the slope of IS curve is dependent upon the interest sensitivity of investment and expenditure multiplier. So the slope of IS curve, downward sloping, so it is dependent upon the interest sensitivity, investment and expenditure multiplier. This is correct because we know that the slope of the IS curve reflect how changes in the interest rate affect the level of investment, which is interest sensitivity, and how this investment affect overall output through the expenditure multiplier. So accession is correct here. Then come to region. Region is the slope of the LM curve is dependent upon the interest sensitivity of the demand for money. LM curve, the LM curve, slope of the LM curve is dependent upon the interest sensitivity of the demand for money and the speculative demand for money. So here this statement is also true because the LM curve shows the relationship between money supply and interest rate. LM curve shows the relationship between money supply and interest rate, and its slope is influenced by how responsive the demand for money is to change in interest rates, including the speculative demand for money. So here both accession and region are correct, but accession region is not the correct explanation of A, because here the region pertains to the LM curve, while the accession refers specifically to the IS curve. Accession is related to IS curve and region is related to LM curve. So this mechanism affecting the slope of the IS and LM curves are distinct as they deal with different market equilibrium. Like IS curve is goods market equilibrium and LM is money market equilibrium. So both statements are true, but the reason is not correct here. So both accession and region are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Option B is right here. Then come to question number 82. Tobin's Q ratio is given by Tobin's Q ratio. Q ratio, it is given by Q is equal to rate of return on investment by cost of capital. Yes, this is the right answer. Tobin's Q ratio is equal to rate of return on investment by cost of capital. Direct formula. So option A is right here. Then come to question number 83. Regarding Samuelson's and Higgsian theories of trade cycle, which is not correct. So according to Samuelson and Higgs theory of trade cycle, which are not correct. So 83. First option is, in Samuelson's model of business cycle, it is combination of MPC and accelerator that determine whether a business cycle is explosive or dampening. Yes, it is the combination of MPC, we know MPC, marginal propensity to consume, and accelerator, which determines it is either explosive or either it is explosive or deepening, increase or decrease. So option A is right here. Then Higgs argues that fluctuation in output occur within upper and lower limit. Yes, generally fluctuation in output occurs in either upper or lower limit. Business cycle, so either upper limit or lower limit fluctuation arises. So this is also true. Then Higgsian theory of business cycle classifies cycle as oscillatory and non-oscillatory. No, this is incorrect, because we know that Higgs classification is primarily about the nature of the cycle, but he typically focus on oscillatory cycles rather than distinguishing between oscillatory and non-oscillatory in this manner. So this is incorrect. Then option number 4, Higgs combines Samuelson's multiplier accelerator interaction model and Harrod-Domar growth model. Yes, Higgs combine Samuelson's multiplier accelerator interaction model and Harrod-Domar growth model. So option 4 is also correct here. Only option 3 is incorrect. So which is not correct? Not correct is only 3. So only 3 is option number 3. So option number C. So here C is the right choice. Then come to question number 84, list 1 and list 2. So first one is relative income hypothesis. Relative income hypothesis given by James Dusenberry. So relative income hypothesis, James Dusenberry. Then super multiplier concept given by Higgs. Super multiplier J.R. Higgs. Intertemporal trade-off given by Phillips, Edmund Phillips. Then theory of economic growth given by Solow. Theory of economic growth, Robert Solow. So relative income hypothesis, James Dusenberry. Super multiplier Higgs. Intertemporal trade-off, Phillips. And theory of economic growth given by R.M. Solow. A for B3, C1, D2. Option number B. Then come to question number 85. Which of the following schemes emphasizes social and infrastructure projects such as energy, roads, railways and urban development projects? So these are the social and infrastructure project related to energy, road, railway, urban development project. National Infrastructure Development Scheme, National Infrastructure Pipeline, National Infrastructure Development Scheme, or National Rural Urban Infrastructure. So it is called as National Infrastructure Pipeline. Option number B. Because this is a government initiative that focus on large scale infrastructure project across various sectors such as energy, road, railways, urban development. So it aims to enhance India's infrastructure and drive economic growth through investment in key areas. So it is called as National Infrastructure Pipeline. Option number B. Then come to question number 86. The state which received the highest FDI equity inflow during financial year 2022-23, state which received highest FDI equity, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, Delhi. So it is Maharashtra. Highest FDI equity inflow in Maharashtra. So option A is right. Then question number 87. Which of the following is are correct regarding poverty and unemployment in India? Poverty and unemployment in India. First one is rural unemployment has been more severe than urban unemployment. Yes, rural unemployment is larger than urban unemployment. So option A is also correct. Then unemployment and poverty elimination has been adopted as an explicit objective on the basis of recommendation of Bhagavati Committee. Yes, on the recommendation of Bhagavati Committee, unemployment poverty elimination program adopted. So option 2 is also correct. Then Niti Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India, Niti Aayog states that the fastest reduction in the proportion of multidimensional poverty, MDI, multidimensional poverty index, was observed in the states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Rajasthan. Yes, we see reduction in MDI, multidimensional poverty index, in the states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Rajasthan. So option 3 is also correct. Then option 4, according to UNDP, United Nations Development Program, 415 million people excited multidimensional poverty in India from 2005-6 to 2019-21. Yes, this is also correct. So these all are correct regarding poverty and unemployment in India. So 1, 2, 3, 4 all are correct. So option D is right choice. Then come to question number 88. Which of the following is are correct regarding financial sector reform in India? Financial sector reform. The financial sector reform, first one is the basic emphasis of monetary policy since the initiation of reform has been to increase market segmentation between various segments of the financial market, including money, government security and forex market. So it is general to reduce market segmentation, not increase. So here if you take, it is increase market segmentation, but the reform aim to reduce the market segmentation and integrate various segments of the financial market to promote efficiency and smooth functioning, not increase, it is decrease. So option A is incorrect. Then the liquidity adjustment facility, LAF, liquidity adjustment facility of the banking system operates through repo and reverse repo auction. Yes, LAF, liquidity adjustment facility, banking sector operates through repo rate and reverse repo rate. So this is correct. Then the first generation financial sector reform aimed at creating an efficient, productive and profitable financial sector. Yes, this is correct. Then option 4, emphasis of the second generation reform has been on strengthening the financial system and introducing structural improvement. Yes, this is also correct. So option number 2, 3 and 4. 2, 3, 4 are correct. So 2, 3, 4 in the option number C. So C is right choice. Then come to question number 89, assertion and reason based question. Assertion is the demographic dividend results from an increase in the proportion of workers relative to non-workers in the population. So this is correct. Demographic dividend means working and non-working, workers and non-workers group relative to non-workers in the population. Then reason is in 2020 the mean age of Indian population was 29 years. Yes, this is also correct. Assertion is correct, reason is correct. But is the reason is correct explanation of assertion? No. Here it is only given the mean age of Indian population, that is 29 years. So the demographic dividend arises from the changing ratio of workers to dependent, not simply the average age of population. So reason is incorrect. Means reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Both assertion and reason are correct. So both assertion and reason correct, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. So option B is right choice here. Then come to question number 90. Which one is concerned with determining the probability of an event based on another observed event? It is called as Bernoulli's theorem, multiplication theorem, or Bayes theorem, or sampling theorem. So it is called as Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem means, Bayes theorem, it is concerned with determining the probability of an event based on the occurrence of another related event. So it provides a way to update the probability of a hypothesis as more evidence or information becomes available. So this theorem is fundamental in statistics and probability theory, especially in the context of conditional probabilities. So it is called as Bayes theorem. Then other theorem like Bernoulli theorem. Bernoulli theorem deals with large number and probability in repeated trials. When we take repeated trials probability, it is called as Bernoulli's theorem. And then multiplication theorem, it is used to calculate the joint probability of two independent events. That is called multiplication theorem, joint probability of two independent events. Then sampling theorem is related to signal processing, particularly in digital communication. So here right option is option number C. Then come to question number 91. What is the value of the determinant of a matrix A? This is the 2 into 2 matrix, means 2 row and 2 column. So in 2 into 2 matrix, the process of finding determinant is just cross multiplies this value. So first cross multiply 2 into minus 3 minus 1 into 3. So 2 into minus 3 is equal to 3 to the 6 minus 6 minus 3. Minus 6 minus 3 is equal to minus 9. So here simply determinant value of A is equal to minus 9. So option number C is right choice. Then come to question number 92. In quality control, which type of error is termed as consumer's risk? Type 1, type 2, type 3, sampling error. So what type of error is termed as consumer's risk? Consumer's risk is type 2 error, because in quality control, type 2 error also called as consumer risk, occurs when a defective product is incorrectly accepted as good. So in type 2 error we take a defective product is incorrectly accepted as a good. So this poses a risk to the consumer, because they may receive a product that doesn't meet quality standards. So it is type 2 error. Type 2 error is false but accept. Type 1 is true but reject. So type 2 it is called as consumer risks because a defective product is incorrectly accepted as a good. Then type 1 error is here referred as a producer's risks, where a good product is mistakenly rejected as defective. Type 1 is type 2 is consumer risks and type 1 is producer risks, because here a good is a good product is mistakenly rejected as a defective product, so it is called as producer risks. Then type 3 is not commonly used in quantity control. Then sampling error refers to the error caused by the observing a sample instead of the whole population, so it is called as sampling error. So larger the sample size, lesser the error, and the lesser the, if we take less amount of sample size, then error may be increased. So here right option is option number B. Then come to question number 93. The ratio between the standard deviation and mean usually expressed in percentage is coefficient of mean deviation, quartile deviation, range or variation. It is called as CV, means coefficient of variation. The ratio between standard deviation and mean usually expressed as CV or coefficient of variation, because CV is equal to standard deviation by mean into 100. So the CV is the ratio of standard deviation to mean, usually expressed as a percentage. So it measures the relative variability and is useful for comparing the degree of variation between different data sets, even if their means is differ. So formula is CV is equal to standard deviation by mean into 100. So it is called as variation, option D. Then come to question number 94. The transpose of a column matrix is dash matrix. Transpose means column matrix transpose is row matrix. Row transpose is column. So here columns transpose is row. Means if we write this is a column matrix, then its transpose is equal to 1, 2, 3 in row matrix. So it is called transpose of column is row, option number C. Then come to question number 95. What is the marginal revenue function if price of a commodity is given as P is equal to 100 minus 2Q? So here price is given, we have to find out the value of marginal revenue. We know that marginal revenue is equal to derivative of total revenue with respect to Q. So here we have to find out the value of TR. Now TR value is equal to, we know that TR is equal to P into Q, means price into quantity. Here price given 100 minus 2Q. So 100 minus 2Q into Q. So 100 minus 2Q means 100 into Q is equal to 100Q minus 2Q square. So here we find the value of TR is equal to 100Q minus 2Q square. Then we find out the value of MR. MR is equal to derivative of TR. So derivative of 100Q minus 2Q square by dQ. So if we find the derivative here, 100Q by dQ, 100Q derivative is equal to 100 minus 2Q square derivative is equal to 2 into 2 is equal to 4Q. So here right option is, it is the simple derivative. Power rule, here I apply the power rule to find out the derivative. So derivative value is 100 minus 4Q. So 100 MR is equal to 100 minus 4Q. Option number B. Here right option is option number B. Then come to question number 96. In a table of chi-square test, if there are 3 rows, 2 columns, how much is the degree of freedom? So we have to find out the value of degree of freedom, DF. Degree of freedom is equal to, formula of degree of freedom is equal to number of rows minus 1 into number of column minus 1. So number of rows minus 1 into number of columns minus 1. So number of rows is equal to 3, number of column is equal to 2. So this implies 3 minus 1 into 2 minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is equal to 2 and 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So 2 into 1 is equal to 2. So here right option is option number B, 2. So formula for degree of freedom is equal to number of rows minus 1 into number of columns minus 1. So right option is 2. Then come to question number 97. Which of the following is or are correct about autocorrelation? So you have to find out what are the correct statement about autocorrelation. First one is, it is if the observed relationship among the regression residuals is non-linear, then there exists autocorrelation. Yes, if the observed relation among the regression residual is non-linear, then there exists autocorrelation. This is correct. Then autocorrelation can exist in both cross-sectional and time series data. Yes, we can see in both cross-section and time series data there is autocorrelation exist. Then the Durbin-Watson test is the common test of autocorrelation. Yes, Durbin-Watson test, we use Durbin-Watson test to check autocorrelation. This is correct. Then the Durbin-Watson test produce a test statistic that range from 0 to 4. Yes, this is also correct. So here option 1, 2, 3, 4, all of the above are correct. So option number D is right here. Then come to question number 98. Assertion and reason based question. Assertion is, on integrating the derivative of a function, we get back the original function as a result. So here it says that integration is the just opposite process of derivation. Means on integrating the derivative of a function, we get back the original function as a result. This is correct. Then reason is, integration is the reverse process of differentiation. This is the correct explanation of assertion, because integration is the just reverse process of differentiation. In differentiation, we get the value, and by integrating the differentiation, we get back the original value. So integration is the reverse process of difference. So here both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. So option A is right. So option A is correct. Then question number 99. List 1 and list 2, level of significance, autocorrelation, F test and T test. So level of significance, two tell, 1 tell, 0 to 1 times. Yes, level of significance, it ranges from 0 to 1. Then autocorrelation, first one is A3. Then autocorrelation, it is related with time series data. Autocorrelation, time series, B4. Then F test is related to one tail test. F test is one tail test, C2. And T test is one tail test. So D1, level of significance 0 to 1, alpha value is 0 to 1. Then autocorrelation, time series data, F test, one tail test, and T test, two tail test. So option D is the right choice. Then come to question number 100. The theory of circular causation was developed by circular causation, Gunnar-Myrdal. Yes, 100 number right option is option number A, Gunnar-Myrdal, given the concept of circular causation theory. Then come to question number 101. Which of the following is not an assumption of the Sahoo model of economic growth? Not an assumption of Sahoo model. First one is, prices and wages are rigid. No, this is incorrect. Prices and wages are flexible in Sahoo model, not rigid. So this is incorrect. Then constant saving ratio. Yes, this is correct according to Sahoo model. Then neutral technical progress. Yes. Then constant return to scale. So these all are assumption of Sahoo model, except prices and wages are rigid. So here option number A is the right choice. Then come to question number 102. When a poor country with low level of income per capita tends to grow faster than a rich country with high level of income per capita, it is called as conditional divergent, conditional convergence, absolute divergence, or absolute convergence. So it is called as absolute convergence. Here, when a poor country with low level of income per capita tends to grow Poor country with low level of income per capita tends to grow faster than the rich country with high level of income per capita. It is called as absolute convergence. Then come to question number 103. In Kaldor's growth model, the marginal propensity of saving by wage earners is assumed to be dash. So marginal propensity to saving, MPS. So MPS value of wage earners is assumed to be it is ranges from 0 to 1. So wage earners MPS, marginal propensity saving, it ranges from 0 to 1. So option C is right choice. Then come to question number 104. Who among the following has not advocated the doctrine of balanced growth? So in this option, Rosenstein-Rosen associated with balanced growth, Knox associated with balanced growth, Arthur Lewis, it is also associated with balanced growth, but A.O. Hirschman, Alan Octavian Hirschman, he is related with unbalanced growth. So option D is the right choice here. Hirschman related with unbalanced growth. Then come to question number 105. Question number 105. The contingent valuation method of environmental valuation is referred to as a dash method. Contingent valuation method. Contingent valuation method, it is contingent ranking or stated preference, surrogate market or household production function. It is referred as dash method. It is referred as stated preference method. Contingent valuation method, it is based on the preference. So stated preference method. So option B is right choice. Then come to question number 106. Which are the key partners in joint forest management in India? Key partners for joint forest management. So 106. First one is the central government and the state government concerned, or Ministry of Environmental, Forest and Climate Change at the center and the state government concerned, or the state government concerned and respective forest department, or the local communities and the forest department. Yes, key partner for joint forest management in India, it is related with the local communities and the forest department. So this is the key partner in joint forest management in India. So option D is right choice. Then come to question number 107. Identify the correct statements related to economic development. Economic development. First one is, it considers the rise in the output in an economy along with the advancement of HDI index, advancement in technology and overall happiness index of a nation. So economic development means all-round development, all-round growth. So it is advancement of HDI, technology, overall happiness index. So overall development is called economic development. So option 1 is correct. Then economic development is a broader concept. Yes. So there are two concepts, economic growth and economic development. Growth is a narrow concept and broader concept is economic development. In economic development, economic growth is there. Economic growth is the smaller concept and broader concept is economic development. So it is qualitative in nature. Yes, economic development is qualitative. Economic growth is quantitative, only rise in quantity. But economic development means it is the quality. It is the change in the qualitative nature. Then it is a continuous process. Yes, development is a continuous process. So all of the above are true according to the economic development concept. So option number D is the right choice. Then question number 108. Which of the following are not correct regarding environmental valuation? So you have to find out the wrong concept about environmental valuation method. First one is, use value is the value that individuals derive from using the environmental resources. Yes, it is called as use value. Use value is the value that individuals derive from using the environmental resources. This is correct. Then option value recognizes that individuals who do not presently use a resource may still value the option of using it in future. Yes, this is called as option value. Then third is, stated preference method is also known as indirect valuation method. No, it is direct valuation, not indirect. stated preference method is it is also known as direct method, not indirect valuation method. So option 3 is incorrect because it directly asks individuals to state their preferences or values for a good or services, unlike revealed preference method which infer values for observed behavior, making them indirect valuation method. Revealed preference is indirect, but here stated preference method is direct method, not indirect. So option 3 is incorrect. Then individuals value environmental resources without ever personally using or intending to use them are known as non-use value. Yes, it is called as non-use value. So these are the definition of different concept in environmental economics, like use value. What is use value? Option value, non-use value, use value, non-use value, option value, stated preference method. So here option 4 is also correct, but only option 3 is incorrect. So not correct option is option number 3. So C is the right choice. Then come to question number 109. So in stated preference method, why it is called as direct valuation method? Because here uses surveys to directly ask people about their willingness to pay for a good or service, often used for non-market goods like clean air or biodiversity. So it is called as direct valuation, not indirect. Then question number 109, assertion and reason based question. Assertion is any sound which is over 85 decibel is considered to be harmful. Yes, any sound that is which is greater than 85 decibel, it is considered as harmful. Then reason is normal talking is around 60 decibel. Normal talking sound is generally it is around 60 decibel. This is correct. Assertion is correct, reason is correct, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. So here both assertion and reason are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. So option B is right here. Here 85 decibel is considered harmful, but why it is harmful, it is not given in the reason. So reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. So option B is right. Then come to question number 110. Which theory postulates that tariff protection leads to an increase in the income of a nation's care factor? It is called Hexer-Ohlin or Stopler-Samuelson factor price equalization or competitive advantage. It is called as Stopler-Samuelson theorem. In Stopler-Samuelson theorem postulates that tariff protection lead to an increase in the income of a nation's scare factor. So this is the direct theorem, Stopler-Samuelson theorem. Then come to question number 111. Which are the components of statutory liquidity ratio fixed by RBI in India? Statutory liquidity ratio, SLR. What are the components of SLR? SLR, liquid asset, yes. Then liquid asset and net demand deposit held by commercial banks, or liquid asset net time deposit held by commercial banks, or liquid asset net demand and time deposit held by commercial banks. Yes, not so here first one is liquid asset, then net and time deposits held by commercial banks. So these are called as SLR, statutory liquidity ratio. So option number D is the right choice. Then come to question number 112. In 2001, the central government of India established the Investors Education and Protection Fund, IEPF, under the aegis of the SBI, RBI, SEBI or Ministry of Finance. So Investor Education and Protection Fund, it is under the SEBI, SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. It is under SEBI. So option number C is the right choice. Then come to question number 113. The canon which states that a tax structure that demands involvement of the majority of the sectors of the population is a canon of diversity, simplicity or elasticity or convenience. It is called as canon of diversity, because the canon which states that a tax structure that demands involvement of the majority of the sectors of the population, it is called as canon of diversity. Then come to question number 114. 114, it is related to Kerala, let it. Then question number 115. 115 evidence of risks in forex means foreign exchange market through an agreement to buy or sell a certain amount of foreign exchange at a future date. It is known as at a future date arbitrage hedging. It is called as hedging. So evidence of risks. So evidence of risk, it is called as hedging. Then come to question number 116. Arrange the following forms of economic integration in the order of lower to higher complexity. Lower to higher. First, lower order is custom union, economic union, free market, common market. So lower is free trade area. First is free trade area, then custom union, then common market, then economic union. Economic union is the largest union. First is free trade area, custom union, common market, economic union. So 3, 1, 4, 2. Option number B is the right choice. Then come to question number 117. Which of the following are correct in case of factor price equalization theorem? According to factor price equalization theorem, what are the correct? First option is, it postulates that trade will lead to the elimination of pre-trade differences in relative and absolute factor prices between nations. Yes, it is an assumption of factor price equalization theorem. Then it postulates, factor price equalization theorem postulates that trade will lead to the reduction in the pre-trade differences, relative and absolute factor prices between nations. This is also correct. Then it postulates that each nation will export the commodity intensive in its relatively abundant and cheap factor. No, this is incorrect. Then it postulates that each nation will import the commodity intensive in its relatively and scarce expensive factor. No, this is also incorrect. So option 1 and 2 are correct according to factor price equalization theorem. So 1 and 2 only in the option number A. Then come to question number 118. Which of the following are correct regarding the recommendation and suggestions of 15th Finance Commission in India? So first one is, the commission recommended a grant worth of Rs 2.9 lakh crore to eliminate revenue deficit to 17 states. This is correct. Then it recommended sector specific grants and state specific grants to state. This is also correct. Then it suggested that the center bring down the fiscal deficit to 4% of GDP by 2025-26. This is also correct. Then it recommend a cost sharing partner between center and state for disaster management of 90:10. No, this is the incorrect ratio. So of states other than northern, eastern, Himalayan. So option 4 is incorrect here. Only 1, 2, 3 are correct. So option C is correct according to 15th Finance Commission. Then question number 119, accession and reason based question. Accession is M0 equal to currency in circulation plus bankers deposit with the RBI plus other deposits with the RBI. So accession is true because it is called as M0. M0 is equal to C plus DD plus OD. C means currency in circulation plus DD means bankers deposits or demand deposits with the RBI plus OD means other deposits with RBI. So this is accession is correct. Then reason, M4 equals M3 plus all deposits with post office saving banks including national saving certificate. No, it is excluding national saving certificate. M4 is equal to M3 plus all deposits with post office saving minus national saving certificate, not including. It is minus national saving certificate. So reason is incorrect. So here accession is true but reason is false. Option C is right choice. Then come to today's last question, accession and reason based question. If accession, if the impact and incidence of a tax is on one and the same person, then such a tax is called indirect one. No, it is direct. Means impact and incidence is on the same person. It is called as direct tax. It is not indirect. So this is incorrect. Then reason is, if the impact of a tax is on one person and its incidence is on another person, such tax is direct one. No, this is called as indirect one. So this is the reverse concept. Here it is the reverse concept. So both assertion and reason are incorrect. So first one is direct one, second one is indirect one. So both assertion and reason are false here. So option number D is the right choice. So this is all about for the today's session. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are benefited from this video, please like the video. Also comment in the comment section if you have any doubt, and also share with your friends so that all are getting benefited from this video. So thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. Jai Jagannath.